organizing this event in such an excellent way. The launch of the construction works of the Trans-Adriatic pipeline, that is TAP, is taking place at a very crucial moment for the Greek economy and the broader area. With regard to the Greek economy, today's inauguration coincides with the successful completion of the first evaluation and the rapid recovery of growth for Greece. And all this takes place here in Thessaloniki, a city, a very important port of the Balkans and the Mediterranean, a city that is regaining very fast its leading role as a hub of development in the Balkans and the Mediterranean. As for the broader area, the inauguration of TAP is taking place at a very crucial, very critical phase. Our countries, the countries from the Caucasus to the central Mediterranean that link Asia to Europe, are called upon to support peace, stability, regional cooperation in a broader area of crises and emerging challenges. Crises and conflicts at the northern part, around the Black Sea, but also in the southern part of this area, that is in the Middle East and in Northern Africa. And challenges facing these same countries in the field of economy, in the management of immigration flows, and in the field of safety. So in this context, the TAP pipeline that will open up the very important southern gas corridor, which has a total length of 3,500 kilometers, is an attempt of regional cooperation, not only of big economical, but also big geostrategic importance. Now, in the economic field, ensuring energy supplies of Europe and ensuring the diversification of the supply sources and the routes of natural gas constitute a founding stone of the energy strategy of the country and the broader European planification. With regard to the geostrategic aspect, this project can make sure that energy will become a cooperation and prosperity bridge for everyone in the region, and not a springboard for exclusions and crises and conflicts. The pipeline, in its initial phase, will have an annual capacity of 10 billion cubic meters of natural gas from Azerbaijan. This capacity is sufficient to satisfy the needs of 7 million households in Europe. In the future, the carrying capacity can expand to over 20 billion cubic meters, thus allowing the transfer of additional quantities of energy from the broader area. At the same time, TAP will have the possibility of natural reverse flow. In other words, it will supply gas from Italy to southeastern Europe if this is necessary. Therefore, it is rightly considered as one of the most important projects at international level in the field of energy. Along its route, TAP can be interconnected with existing or future pipelines, thus guaranteeing that the Southern Gas Corridor will be closer to more energy markets. Such an example is the Greek-Bulgarian interconnector, the so-called IGB, which is being planned And this project has a very important role in the energy planification of our country because it can serve as a bridge for the transportation of natural gas towards the countries of Southeastern Europe and Central Europe. So on the basis of this context, Greece moves towards the construction of a multifaceted energy policy through the reinforcement of international cooperations and the implementation of projects that upgrade the geopolitical and development possibilities of Greece. The energy map of Southeastern Europe is being transformed, and Greece is becoming an energy hub in the region. Such projects as TAP and IGB pipelines, in combination with the planified cooperation of the floating terminal for the storage and regasification of LNG in Alexandroupoli, and also the projects aiming at upgrading the LNG terminal in Ervithousa, not only constitute exceptional energy projects, but at the same time, they constitute structural components of the desired productive reconstruction of the country. With a budget that is over 1.5 billion euros, TAP is one of the largest direct foreign investments in Greece. And it's for the first time that Greece is on the map of the pipelines in terms of construction and not just planification. The employment that will stem from the implementation of the project will be over 8,000 direct and indirect job positions that are so well needed in the country. What is most important is the participation of Greek companies and the heavy industry of our country, both in the construction field of the pipeline and the construction of the compression terminals, and also in the supply of the materials for the land parts of the pipelines that will be constructed in Greece. 270,000 tons with a total length of 500 kilometers have been contracted with Greek companies. The Greek industries of the region will benefit from the reduction of the energy costs, and new companies will seize the opportunities for range economies that will come up. So a number of technical professions will be able to benefit, and there will be important benefits also for the households and the final consumers of natural gas. Moreover, alongside the construction of the pipeline, there will be another project of corporate social responsibility of 32 million euros, which will be part of the compensation benefits towards the local societies. The initial planning of the project concerned 11 million euros, but this amount increased significantly. And at the same time, in order to minimize the environmental and social impact of the project, we have taken all the necessary measures in order to protect the environment to the greatest extent in compliance with the most strict requirements. And as I mentioned in the beginning of my presentation, the successful completion of the first evaluation project the Greek economy is going through, and of course this is the most crucial moment for us, and we have a prospect of development ahead. So the completion of the evaluation lifts the uncertainty with regard to the Greek economy, and creates a stable environment for the massive attraction of productive investments in Greece. And of course, all this in line with the agreement of August, without additional measures. We are about to complete the evaluation by keeping the economy at a stable point. In the second semester of the city, right after the evaluation, we will have positive development rates. And we will have 5.5 billion euros for the obligations of the public sector that will be very important for the market. The unemployment is going down, and the income of the budget had a very good results. The interventions that were implemented, such as the development law that will be voted in early June, as well as the alternative financial tools or the participation in different programs, will help Greece to recover. And for the first time after 6 years, Greece will go back to a track of development. At the same time, the agreement with regard to the Greek debt that will be ratified next week by the Eurogroup provides a reduction of the expenses that are related to the service of the Greek debt. And thus, more resources will be available for investments and for employment. And of course, this will be important for another reason, because once we solve the debt problem, there will no longer be instability and uncertainty. And this will allow the Greek economy to show its productive potential. This, of course, goes hand in hand with the completion of the fiscal adjustment program. And as a result, the markets will regain trust, thus helping the Greek state to move out of the memorandum area. This is the new era. This is the new era in which Greece is coming, and Europe as well. This is the era that is marked with the inauguration of the TAP. And that is why the inauguration of TAP, which coincides with good news for Greece, we have therefore two reasons to be glad and optimistic about a better future. So I wish to thank you all for being here. I wish to thank the organizers of the event and wish great success to a pipeline that will bring our countries and our people in a greatly affected area, which needs development, peace, stability, progress. So this pipeline will bring our people and our countries together in an era of prosperity, cooperation, and progress, and in an era of economic growth, always based on a social reality. Thank you very much.
Καλωσορίζουμε στο βήμα τον Πρωθυπουργό της Γεωργίας, κύριο Γεώργη Κυρικασβίλη.
Please welcome on stage the Prime Minister of Georgia, Mr. Georgi Kyrikasvili.
Dear Prime Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great day today as we are inaugurating an important part of one of the largest and most complex project